The following weeks unfolded quietly, but beneath the rhythm of daily life, something new stirred in the air of Daniel's home. He noticed it in the way his evenings no longer felt lonely, in how laughter returned to the rooms, and in the way he found himself waiting for Lily's knock at the door each morning. One Saturday morning, Daniel decided to work from home. Papers and sketches were spread across the dining table, his pencil moving quickly as he worked on designs for a new library downtown. Lily arrived as usual, carrying her small tote bag filled with her things. She paused when she saw him surrounded by drawings. "You're working on your project?" she asked, stepping closer to look at the blueprints. Daniel smiled faintly.
Yeah.
"It's for the city council. They want something modern but welcoming. I've been struggling with the entrance design." Lily leaned over, studying the sketches. What if the entrance had wider steps, leading into a garden space before the doors? It might make people feel more relaxed before they go inside. Daniel looked at her, surprised. "That's actually brilliant." She blushed and shook her head. "I don't know much about architecture. It just seemed nice." But he kept staring at her, impressed not only by her suggestion but by how she always seemed to see things differently, in a way that made sense. That morning, instead of focusing on the blueprints alone, they spent hours talking about the project, bouncing ideas back and forth. Daniel realized she had a natural eye for design, and Lily realized how much he loved having someone to share his passion with. By the time she left that afternoon, something had shifted again between them. Daniel found himself thinking about her long after she was gone, replaying her laughter, her ideas, her presence. And Lily, walking back to her small rented apartment, caught herself smiling at the thought of him. But with affection came hesitation. Lily reminded herself that she was there to work. Daniel was kind, yes, but he was also her employer. She couldn't afford to dream about something more. Life had taught her to be careful, to protect her heart. Yet, the more she tried to distance her feelings, the stronger they grew. The following week brought an unexpected twist. Daniel's younger brother, Matthew, stopped by for a visit. Matthew was energetic, talkative, and quick to notice things. The moment he walked into the house, he noticed the fresh flowers on the table, the neatly arranged books on the shelf, and the scent of homemade soup drifting from the kitchen. "Wow," Matthew said, raising his eyebrows. "You've really cleaned this place up since the last time I was here. Did you finally hire someone?" Daniel nodded. "Yes, her name's Lily. She helps me out." Matthew grinned mischievously. "Helps you out, huh? Sounds like she's doing more than just cleaning." Daniel frowned. "Don't start with your teasing." But later that evening, when Lily served dinner, Matthew's playful smile returned. "So, you're the one keeping my brother alive with good food and a clean house. I should thank you. He's hopeless without help." Lily laughed politely, though her cheeks flushed. "It's no trouble." Matthew gave Daniel a knowing look across the table. Daniel quickly changed the subject, but he couldn't shake the thought. Was it that obvious? Did people already see what he was trying so hard to hide? After Matthew left, the house felt strangely quiet again. Daniel sat in the living room, staring at the fireplace while Lily gathered her things. He wanted to say something, to tell her that his brother was wrong, that she wasn't just help to him. But the words stuck in his throat. Instead, Lily broke the silence. "Your brother seems nice." "He is," Daniel replied softly. "He just likes to joke too much." She looked at him for a moment, as if searching for something in his expression, then gave a small nod. "I should go now. See you tomorrow." And just like that, she was gone, leaving Daniel alone with his restless thoughts. Days later, a new challenge arrived. Daniel was invited to present his library design to the city council, and though he felt confident about his work, he couldn't stop thinking about Lily's suggestion for the entrance garden. It had changed the whole design, given it warmth. He wanted her to know how important her contribution had been. That evening, after the meeting, Daniel returned home with excitement. He found Lily folding laundry in the living room. "Lily," he said, unable to hide his smile. "They loved it. The council loved the design, especially the garden entrance, you were right." Her eyes widened. "Really? That's wonderful, Daniel." He laughed softly. I think you have more talent for this than you realize. You should consider studying design or something creative. She looked down, her hands pausing over the laundry. I've never thought about it seriously. I've always been too busy working to even dream about things like that. Then maybe it's time you did, Daniel said gently. Their eyes met, and for a moment, the world seemed to fall away. But then Lily quickly looked down, folding the last shirt with trembling hands. She couldn't let herself hope. Not yet. That night, Daniel lay awake thinking about her. He knew his feelings were real now. But what about hers? And even if she felt the same, how would people react? He could already imagine the whispers, an architect falling for the maid. Would she be judged? Would she suffer because of his choice? The thought weighed heavily on him. Meanwhile, Lily sat by her small window, staring at the moon. She thought of Daniel's kind words, the way he believed in her, the way he saw her not just as a maid, but as someone with dreams. It made her heart ache in ways she couldn't explain. Both of them, in their separate rooms, were caught in the same struggle. The fear of crossing a line, the fear of rejection, but most of all, the fear of losing something precious that had only just begun to bloom.